Hey, welcome to Around PDX. I'm Chris Antrim with Movement Mortgage, and my guest today is Rick Benevento. So I was really practicing that Italian part of it. So he has picked where we're going to go today. So where'd you pick, Rick?
I picked Breakside Beaverton, one of my favorite places here in town. Good food carts, good people, and it's actually one of my favorite beers.
I'm not gonna lie, I was super excited when you picked this because Breakside is my favorite beer. So
Perfect.
So tell me why you like this place in particular.
You know, when it first opened up, it was the service. The people were super nice. They started putting these food carts in, and so
I know you got a lot.
so you have 5 or 6 behind us here, and then they had this beautiful covered area, so with heaters. So in the fall and the winter time, you could come out here, and it's just it just had a good vibe to it.
It does really a great vibe to it. A couple things you guys don't know about Rick, besides just being an awesome dude with great vibes. He's got the coolest van, Benny, which I'm going to make him talk about for a little bit. And background, this guy's background, we met through Erin, who unfortunately was your wife that passed of cancer.
Yes, yep.
And then your next girlfriend passed of cancer. We'll talk about that for a little bit.
Yep.
But he was a gymnast, he was on the Daredevil team, and he's retired now. So if there's anyone we could take advice from about how to live and get through tragedy, it's this guy. Oh, and I forgot to say, Iron Man and author with a new book coming. So probably our most esteemed guest ever.
Wow, I'm humbled. I mean, I'm very humbled. I mean, when you say it like that, I guess I've been blessed, but yeah, it's pretty exciting stuff though.
So talk a little bit about Benny, because I see a lot of videos with you and Benny. What's the story with Benny?
Okay, my first Benny, so this is Benny 2, my current one. So my first one was in 1996, I'm sorry. Bought the first one, kind of did some little things, did some traveling, went up to Mexico, or down to Mexico, up to Canada with her. And then 3 years ago, a friend of mine found exact same color orange, 1975, Westphalia, right here in North Portland. And I put my checkbook in my back pocket. We took a drive out there. I just had a good feeling I was gonna, make this guy an offer, and sure enough, I did. So she's my new hobby and so forth. So
well, you drive Benny all over the place, and I love it. You can see the smile on his face when he's got Benny. So I had to know about that. Talk to me a little bit about this Daredevil thing that you did. What was that all about?
So I graduated from University of Iowa in 1991, and there was a couple guys before me that actually tried out for the Bud Light Daredevils. And so it was a trampoline slam dunk team that we did halftime dunk shows at NBA and college basketball games all over the country, traveled the world doing it. So
you were a high end gymnast.
I was, I had a scholarship. I was a D1 athlete. It's kind of weird.
D1 athlete. But words you'll never hear out of my mouth.
I don't have any NIL money or anything like that. So, but yeah, I was very fortunate. I had a scholarship there, and to this day, I'm a Hawkeye. And so yeah, I was able to try out in '96, and very fortunate that I was able to work through some injuries and make the team. And 5 years later, I was, lived in Germany with the Daredevils. I traveled to China, did shows all over Europe, and hit every state in the United States.
That's so cool, so cool. Okay, since I do mortgages, that's how I get paid. What's your advice for somebody that's thinking about buying a house?
Do it. No, we talked earlier. So, I've got young kids, young adults. I feel like, the renting world, I see these 20, 30, 40-year-olds that are still renting, and I'm just thinking, God, if you could just put the money aside and somehow find that down payment and get some real estate, right. I think you're going to benefit yourself in the long run.
I'm just glad to hear you. I've had quite a few people where parents are able to help their kids get the houses, and they help them establish credit. I think it's a really important thing to do, so that's good. Okay, since we know he's traveled the world, he's had tragedy in his life, what's your words of wisdom like? What would you tell us after everything you've been through? What's the most important thing in life to you these days?
As cliche as it sounds, Chris, is you have to live life to the fullest. Don't cancel those appointments or happy hours or dinners or breakfast or coffees with your friends and or family. You just don't know what's going to hit you. And, I got hit twice within a 3-year period. And it just was like, this can't be happening. I can't even make this story up. And also realize, you're going to have to persevere some things. Life is going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. I don't care how old you are. There's going to be, tough times all the way through your life. And you got to learn how to deal with it, and you got to learn how to persevere. If you don't, you're going to struggle. Yeah. And I hate to see anybody struggle.
I got to tell you, it's one of the coolest things to see the things you've been through and still see you smiling, see you driving Benny, seeing you have a beer, hanging out with your boys. Yep. It really, really, and your family. I mean, you really have taken tragedy and turned it into a better way of life, for lack of a better word.
Life's too short to bury your head in the sand.
Yeah.
You know, I enjoy life and I enjoy doing what I do with my friends and family, and I really just trying to, you know, do the best as I can. You know, sure, I make mistakes along the road, just like you've made mistakes. I mean, we all do. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm a saint. I'm just saying I'm trying to enjoy my life and try to do some good.
Not that I'd be the person to ever speak for Aaron, but I would tell you, I bet you Aaron would be super happy with the way you've lived your life since then. So
yeah, well, I appreciate that. I know she's down here looking down on us right now, so cheers, Aaron.
Cheers. Thank you for doing this, and thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Cheers.